What's in the box? Ahoy to old acquaintances and new. Stingray here, welcoming you back to the Cove and to 2026. It's the very beginning of the year when we all are kind of looking back in retrospect at the year that just passed and looking forward to the things to come for the rest of this year. I don't know about you guys, but 2025 for me was, well, crappy in many ways, but from the perspective of art collecting, it was actually a pretty good year. I got a lot of art last year. I got a lot of great pieces that I'm very happy to have in my collection. And I got to spend some time at various conventions, hanging out with art collecting friends, making connections with artists and art reps and all kinds of people that are in this community and make it awesome. And I'm looking forward to doing more of that this year. It's hard to believe that we're less than 2 months away from OAX, which is now in February. And hopefully I will be seeing a bunch of you guys down there in sunny Orlando, Florida at OAX, where we can eat zingers, drink with free drink tickets from Kazra's pocketbook, and just generally be merry and celebrate the hobby of collecting comic book art. Now, to start this year off right, it is only the third day of the year, and I have an unboxing for you guys. And yes, it is an art unboxing. There is some actual like art in here, and there's some other stuff that is, I mean, technically art, but not quite in the way that we usually think of in this space, right? So it's a little bit of original art and a little bit of public reproduced art, we'll say. But anyway, this box is actually from INKPULP, who, as you probably know if you're watching this channel, is Shawn Crystal. He is a comic book artist. He is now a tattoo artist, and he is part of the INKPULP podcast along with Matteo Scalera and Jim Food. Yeah, Shawn's just a cool guy. He is part of the Essential Sequential crew under Jason Schachter. So if you want to try to find some of Shawn's published art, go check out the Essential Sequential webpage. And this box actually has a book that Shawn put out last year as part of a Kickstarter called INKPULP Cyan. And I decided to back this because it looked like a cool book. I enjoy art books. I just wanted to check it out. So let's dive into this thing. All right. Oh, that's right. I forgot it came with the other one. So, okay. So right off the bat, we have INKPULP. Oh, that's cool. We have the INKPULP Cyan by Shawn Crystal, a look inside the art of Shawn Crystal, and we will come back to that in just a moment. We also have, so I think this was unlocked as part of a stretch goal on the campaign, but this is INKPULP Magenta, I believe. You know, and the color would kind of indicate that. Shawn Crystal, The Language of Shape. So we'll come back to that in just a moment. And then we have, okay. We have goodies. So let's see. Oh, I don't remember if I knew that this was going to come with this or not. But that's okay. I do not mind. So this is Fourth Father, number 0, written and drawn by Matteo Scalera. This is Matteo's next project. It is a creator-owned project that he is doing pretty much everything for. Okay, he's not doing the lettering, but he's doing the story and the art. Oh, wow. And this is, I don't think it's not up, it's not live on Kickstarter yet. You can go to the page and like follow it so that you can get a notification for when it does go live. I don't remember the dates of when this goes live, but I will put a link in the show description so you guys can go check that out and be sure to follow it and get the notifications for when it becomes available. Now, I don't know much about what the story is, but I have to say the art is absolutely stunning. I've seen a little bit of it online. Oh man, and Matteo is one of those guys that I've been a fan of Matteo's for at least 10, 12 years. And I have to say, he's always been a phenomenal artist, but he has definitely leveled up over the years. And this book looks like it's going to be like that next tier where people are going to just, their jaws are going to drop when they see how beautiful the work is in this. And I guess it's going to be completely black and white, but you know what? I don't mind because Mateo's art really shines and you get all that wonderful shading and the tonal work that he does here. So that is really cool. I very much look forward to reading that. And then let's see what other goodies we have here. Because you know I love goodies. So we have... Okay, so there's that. All right, so we have a Keep Craft Alive bookmark. We have a Keep Craft Alive, A Whole World of Ink Pulp, Introduction, Podcast, Live, Playlist, Press. The full scope of Shawn Crystal's artistry available in a single link. Nice. And it's got a little QR code there, so you can go check out everything Shawn Crystal and INKPULP. We have a INKPULP Shawn Crystal business card with another QR code there. We have, oh, another sticker. Okay, cool. Oh, Tattoo You. Use or use QR code to book your appointment. Shawn Crystal, tattoo artist. See, like I said, very cool. Ooh, is this? Oh yeah, a INKPULP iron-on. I assume it's iron-on patch. I don't have patches. That's kind of cool. And an INKPULP Live and an INKPULP Podcast stickers. We love stickers. Oh man, the Mad Villain, a Dr. Doom sticker, a Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider sticker, and a Pretty Tony Iron Man sticker. And then the piece de resistance here, I backed this Kickstarter at a level, a special level that got a piece of original art, not like a page or anything like that. It's a sketch card. And I use the term loosely here because this is, let's see if I can get this out of here. This is a painted sketch card. Oh wow, that's thick. Yuck. Yeah, that's pretty thick. So, ooh, shiny. Man, the detail in that is wild, especially in the colors. Man. So when I backed this, I couldn't decide at first what I wanted to ask for because it's just a headshot, right? On a sketch card sketch. And I thought Stingray, but you know, Stingray's just got like an oval, it looks like an egghead. If you were to just draw Stingray's head, it would look like an Easter egg with red, and you know, that would leave the negative space in the form of an arrow facing down. Not terribly exciting. So I thought I would go with something a little bit different. And as some of you might know, if you've been paying attention, if you've been following along, I like to do, for mystery sketches, I like to do Astro City characters. So I thought it would be kind of interesting to see Shawn tackle an Astro City character. And I just kind of went with Samaritan, who is kind of the, I don't want to say the primary, but he's like one of the big characters in Astro City. He is like the Superman analog there. And that is just really super awesome. I'm gonna have to get a scan so you guys can see this better. But like the gradation and the colors, the light and shadow. I love that the shadow on the left side of the face is like goes into dark purple. It almost looks like he got his ass kicked, like he's bruising really badly. But I like that instead of just going into black, right? And I mean, it makes sense in a way because Samaritan's like bodysuit is red, and then he's got the blue cape that you can see flowing in the background, which is a very nice detail. I like that. And he's got the trademark blue hair. If you've ever read Astro City enough, you know that his hair was not always blue, but it became blue due to the Empyrean fires that he went through when he time traveled. And that's the source of his power, is the Empyrean fire. So I like that little detail. And I love how he's got the blue hair against the blue cape in the background, and the highlights kind of separated out, and then the cape is a little bit more enshadowed. Really, really nice that those two don't clash or, you know, fade into one another. I like that a lot. So yeah, that is gorgeous. Man, I like that you even get like, so Samaritan has like a kind of a star, a white star on his chest. You get the very tip of it down there at the bottom. I think that's pretty cool little detail as well. This is fantastic. I'm going to stare at that some more later. I will see if I can get this back into the top loader without beating it up too much. There we go. Awesome. So thank you for that, Shawn. That is beautiful. I really like that. Now let's dig into the books. Let's start with the magenta because I don't remember exactly what this one is about. So let's start by taking a look at INKPULP Magenta. Shawn Crystal, The Language of Shape. Craft Alive. Shape language is study. What you have in front of you, every sketch, composition, and study is a look into my own personal shape language. Okay, so this is cool because this kind of reminds me of the like learn to draw mail away course you could get that I saw advertised on TV a lot in my youth, where they showed how you could start a drawing with basic shapes, you know, like triangles, circles, ovals, squares, that kind of thing, and turn that into a character, a creature, you know, whatever you needed. Oh, wow. We get some Godzilla, some Doom, some Cyclops all on the same page. Some Scarecrow. Modoc Pool. I wonder what that was for. Is that Lockjaw? Oh man, he is angry looking. Some Rick and Morty, some Calvin and Hobbes. Ooh, some Galactus. Oh, that's cool. I wonder what that's for. Very cool. Doctor Strange there. Wow, those are nice little pencil head sketches. I like those a lot. That is very cool. Nice. Basically a collection of some structural type drawings, getting the base level on before you get your main course. All right, and now let's take a look inside the art of Shawn Crystal. INKPULP Cyan. Oh, wow. Dude, that is cool. Nice Etrigan the Demon. Is he on the backside too? Yeah, he is. Oh, and he's facing the other direction. I like that. That's a very, very nice choice. That's cool. I've always liked the design of the demon. I just have never, I've read a few of his appearances. I've never read the demon comic though, really. He's a character I'd like to see more of. I'd like to learn more about. Oh, a forward by Klaus Janson, fellow Essential Sequential member. If you want to see some of Klaus's original art, like Shawn's, you can go to Essential Sequential and check that out. Shawn Crystal, a little bit of a bio. Build Your Skills, Traditional Media and Why, with a nice picture of his studio here. I like that. I'm really digging the targeted use of blues in the photographs, you know, the cyans, right? That's pretty cool. So he's talking a little bit about the pencils that he uses, the papers that he uses, inks, the blood of my art. I like that. Liquid swords, my daggers, my sexy ladies, the INKPULP harem. Ha! That's such a great way to refer to your brushes. I love it. Nice. He's got the Winsor Newton Series 7 there. Finest sable from England. It is the Kolinsky sable, which I guess this one is too. What is that? That's a Raphael 8404. Nice. So I actually used to own, I think I probably still have some somewhere, but I haven't touched them in years. But I've used Winsor Newton Series 7 brushes before. I used them for painting tabletop gaming miniatures, which was a lot of fun. It says here that Shawn uses a size 3. The higher the number, the bigger that they are. I don't think, did I ever use anything bigger than a 1? I might have used a 3 or 4 for like base layers, I think, or like priming, but I don't think I ever used one for, you know, detail work or painting, because when you're working on a model that's like that small, you need a smaller brush so that you can really get in there. But that's neither here nor there. Pack and Steel. Okay, so dip pens, nibs, that kind of thing. Oh, it uses calligraphy nibs. Huh. Very cool. Single image storytelling, a collection of commissioned artwork. Oh, that's cool. So the kind of the premise of this book is that it's about, you know, Shawn's process and taking a look at his art and how he goes through the different steps. And we can see here the thumbnail, the rough, the pencils, and then the finish, which I assume this is a painted piece. Yeah. I hadn't painted metal yet. This is also in my early learning to paint. Nice. Still looks good. Accomplishes the metallic effect rather nicely. Oh, wow. That is a killer Hellblazer. That's cool. Oh my gosh. I like that a lot. Batman, Doom, and some Mr. Freeze, some Kraven. That's a very cool looking Kraven. Oh wow. Okay. See, I saw this page first and I thought that this was maybe like a Skeletor, but that is apparently Dead Man. Oh, wow. That is a very cool Phoenix. Holy crap. Some Miles, some Reaper from Overwatch. That's cool. Batman Swamp Thing. That's a very moody piece. I like that. Black Bull. Wow. With that angry Lockjaw, that man, the Black Bolt is cool, but that Lockjaw is crazy. Holy shit, dude. Look at this. Silver Surfer and Galactus. That is banana. Very bootylicious White Queen. Oh, here's the demon. Oh, man. Look at that. That is very cool. I like how you even have kind of like the rough idea of some of the shapes of the things that are floating around him. And it looks like there may have even been tentacles in the original. So like, yeah. With the skulls and everything. It's very cool. Oh, wow, that's sick. Very nice Silver Surfer. Is this almost looks like it could have been art for a Marvel Snap card. I know Shawn did several of those. He did some color ones, some painted ones, and they did some that were black and white. Oh, Ragnarok from the Walt Simonson comic, another Hulk, trippy Scarecrow. This one kind of gives me some Matt Allison type vibes. Daredevil, Step into Decipher, My Approach. Scarlet Witch, a Kingpin with Sienkiewicz referencing vest pattern there. That's a crazy MODOK. Defining the essence of icons, a variety of character studies from assorted projects and purpose. That is a cool Batman. I like the low light situation he's got going on there. And the design work of the buildings and the title. I like the motion lines and kind of the cuts, but it also gives it like movement and like speed and the snicked. That's kind of cool. Oh, and then he gets into my painting journey, the painting stuff. Oh, wow. That's cool. Oh my God, that's the funky shit. Yeah, it is. Now this is fun. Green Goblin on one side and Calvin and Hobbes on the other. Get a little juxtaposition of characters there. Juggernaut with some crazy skulls in the background. Oh, that's a sick Moon Knight. Wow. So you get like the suit version, you get the classic version, you get the skull of Khonshu and some magic mushrooms. This really makes me think of the Warren Ellis and Declan Shalvey run on the book. That's cool. Very, very nice Wonder Woman. I love the Greek motif on the edge of the shield there. Okay, so a short story called The Gold Bug and his process with some page work on it. Very nice. Man, these pages are sick. Oh, look at that. And in closing, learning to do things the old ways, the hard ways, the traditional ways, are being passed over for what's easy and quick. Ultimately, the quality of comics suffers. Keep craft alive, Shawn. That's awesome. And I'm looking forward to doing a bit more of a deep dive on that on my own time. Thank you for putting together such an awesome package, Shawn. Thanks for including all of the cool little goodies in the bag. And thank you for this beautiful, beautiful Samaritan painted sketch card. Man, this is the kind of Kickstarter that I like. I keep telling myself that I'm going to quit doing Kickstarters because you spend a bunch of money to get all the cool exclusives and whatever, and then you don't get something for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I think I backed this in July, so it's been, 6 months, roughly 7 months. That's not that bad. It took less than a year, and I got everything, and it looks great. So, and I don't know if it took a little bit longer because, I got something that was handmade. This is an excellent package. I'm looking forward to deep diving a little bit more into the book, actually reading Shawn's thoughts to go with the pictures, but lots of great art to absorb there. And I mentioned OAX earlier. I believe Shawn is going to be at OAX again this year. So maybe I'll get to go by and say hi. Maybe I can get him to sign my book. That'd be cool. I hope to see some of you guys at OAX, and that's all I have for today. So I will see you all in the next video. See ya.